How are you?
Yeah, my name is Han-Kyu. I'm
Han-Kyu.
currently running a YouTube channel, Life in Yeosu Hubfan. Well, I'd like to thank you for sharing your time with me for this interview.
It's a pleasure.
Could you introduce yourselves briefly?
Okay, I'm Gary,
And I'm Wendy.
and we own the yacht of-sobraon, and we have sailed for the last 15 years on this yacht. And we left Australia 10 years ago, and we arrived the first time in Korea in 2016, 3 years ago. This trip so far, we left Australia, we sailed through Indonesia, Borneo, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Myanmar, back to Borneo, then the Philippines, Taiwan, Japan, and then Korea. The yacht is the replica of the original yacht that sailed around the world 1895 single-handed by Joshua Slocum. It was built back in this yacht was built in 1986, and then we purchased it in 2004, and we completely rebuilt the yacht to sail around the world. We chose this yacht because of its ability to sail in very bad weather, because we'll be sailing both in the Arctic area and in the Antarctic, so we're in very rough seas.
And most dangerous moment for me would have been in the Philippines.
What happened?
In the Philippines, we were attacked by terrorists. Abi Said.
Really?
Yeah. Two of our friends were killed in the
They
attack.
beheaded two of our friends.
Yeah. So
that
is the worst experience that we've had. We've had many others.
we have had many good things that happen at sea to outweigh the bad things.
The sailing, so far as sailing goes, we've been through all kinds of storms. We've broken things. Like we were caught in a typhoon in Japan, smashed all of the rigging off the yacht and had to repair. So that was
2017.
2017. There was $40,000 worth of damage. If the yacht is well built, well maintained, and designed for the conditions that you're sailing in, there is no fear. You have to be careful, you have to be experienced, but seas and storms are not a problem. The yacht is designed to protect you in those conditions. It's like, for instance, a car. A race car will protect a race driver in a crash. A good yacht will protect a good sailor in a storm.
Thank you.
It's a long story.
Please make it short.
Okay, I'll make it short. I was in the Australian Navy for 25 years.
Wow.
So back in maybe 1977, I was in the Indian Ocean up in near the Persian Gulf. I saw a small yacht in the middle of the Indian Ocean. I was on an aircraft carrier. And I looked at that yacht and thought, what is he doing? So we researched and we decided back then, one day we will retire and sail like that yacht.
I was 18 and he was 19, and this is what we planned then.
Here in Yeosu, there is at least one or maybe two sailing schools where they can teach you the basics. That's all you need.
I got the license there.
Yeah. As soon as you learn the basics, it's then experience. And Korea is perfect because there are so many small islands. You can get a simple yacht and sail to those areas and learn and gather experience. It's like driving a car. You learn for maybe 6 months, then the rest of your life, every day you're learning. You're being careful. It's the same as sailing. We have a friend, Songi. He works with our friend Han, who sells yachts. He has his girlfriend, who has a YouTube channel. She has her own yacht. Not expensive, but they have sailed from Yeosu to
Jeju.
Tongyong, to Jeju, and the great things about this marina, because of Yeosu Bay, with the islands, it's very protected, so the yacht is very safe. The facilities are very new. The electricity and water is excellent. But the best part is, especially as we have new developments, the availability of restaurants, coffee shops,
Transport,
Right.
buses. It is a very, very convenient.
Oh, I see.
Yeosu City should be very proud of what they built here, because there is not a lot of knowledge in the marine industry in Korea, in the recreational marine industry. This marina, there are problems. Sorry, there are some issues here that they're working through, and it'll be good. A simple problem is the hauling facility for yachts is too small.
we cannot.
We cannot lift out. It should have been for
Much bigger.
much bigger, but no one knew that at the time. As time goes on, trends in the social yachting industry are catamarans. Everybody wants a catamaran. So now, when we first started sailing, there were maybe, we left Australia in a rally, like a group of boats organised. On that rally, there were more than 100 boats. But on the rally, there were only maybe 4 catamarans. Everyone else was a monohull like us. Now, that same rally would have more catamarans than monohulls, because they're becoming cheaper and they're more popular with social sailors. They're easier to sail. They can't go to, it's not recommended you take them into rough seas. But
catamaran.
Yeah, a catamaran, because they're very light. But for sailing coastal around countries, they're perfect because they're much bigger. They're like an apartment.
And Korea has a very good natural environment, but Korean leisure industry is still struggling, right, compared to the advanced countries, as you mentioned, Australia, America, Sweden, like that. So, what point Korean government should focus on or develop or enhance to spread of yachting sailing culture in Korea?
There has been, the government is looking at it. The reason we came here was because we were invited to come to the race. There has been a focus by the Sailing Association on racing. Slowly, over time, people are now starting to look at the leisure side. The government, facilities is what are needed, but the facilities are already here. As we said, this marina is an excellent marina. Tongyong is an okay marina.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, older, but it's more that it's more exposed. Okay, yachts, especially international yachts, want to be secure, like here.
There is boats following, like there are boats that follow us that intend to come, but because of COVID this year, they are now stuck in Borneo, in Malaysia, because they couldn't get to the Philippines to travel through. So there is boats wanting to come to Korea. It's just have to get rid of COVID.
It's up to people like Wendy and I